I met my first astrology teacher when I was 22. He'd been trained in the tradition of Dane Rudyard, one of the great visionary astrologers of the 20th century. And through that, he'd studied Agni Yoga and Theosophy. An eccentric, colorful soul, he understood symbols and astrology not only with his mind, but from somewhere very deep. He was teaching me the Sabian symbols. Each degree of the zodiac carries an image, and that image is said to hold the essence of a planet, a cusp, a node. Each symbol tells its own quiet story. One day, he looked at my chart and he pointed to Pluto. Pluto in the 8th house, at 2 degrees of Virgo, and he read me the symbol, a great white cross dominating the landscape. In Rudyard's reading, a wisdom and compassion that can only be reached through suffering and through isolation. The eyes that truly see must first be washed by the blood of the heart. My teacher looked at me and he said, "The meaning of this symbol is something you'll come to understand as you live your life." I was 22. I didn't fully grasp what he meant. It felt, honestly, a little dark to me, but I never forgot his words. Since then, I've been reading charts for over 30 years. And just last year, the energy of transiting Pluto finally completed a long quincunx to my natal Pluto, a 150-degree aspect. When Pluto touches a symbol, the symbol comes alive again. And I realized, quietly, I have been living that image all along. Rudyard's cross of the ego-centered life, the slow stripping away of all that isn't real. I know that now. And each time, something more came into view. Each time, the understanding deepened, just a little. And this time, sitting with that symbol again, I understood. Now, I see it. Not because the suffering ended, but because I can see a little more clearly. The cross is still there, in the landscape. But now, I can stand back from it and understand deeply what it gave me. And my sun is at 20 degrees of Gemini. In the 6th house, its symbol, a modern cafeteria with the produce of many regions laid out together. Rudyard's keynote, the assimilation of diverse knowledge by an integrated mind. When the meaning of that truly landed, I laughed out loud. Because I've actually kept an astrology stall at the Northeast Street Market for 14 years now, offering, quite literally, a place of exchange, of information, of conversation. My friends half joke that it's my morning living room. The conversations come after a reading. We talk about so many things, the spiritual culture of Japan, life in Australia, 30 years of stories from clients of every background, what's happening in the world right now. In truth, that little stall is the cafeteria of symbols itself. It always was, long before I noticed the symbol naming it. The energy of the sun speaks of passion, creativity, the long becoming of who we are. When we are using that energy, the heart and soul feel happy. That's the sign. Almost too perfect, isn't it? The chart isn't a map of what will happen to you. It's a map of who you already are at a very deep level. The symbols in a chart are seeds, and some of them can only be understood after we've lived a while. That isn't a problem, it's the design. Just as grape juice needs time to become a good wine. My teacher knew this. Dane Rudyard knew it. And 30 years on, I know it too. Coincidence or synchronicity? If you'd like to understand the living symbols in your own chart, the seeds planted before you could yet read them, that's exactly what I share in my birth chart reports and soul readings. If this resonated with you, come and find me at asay.biz. That's ASAY.biz. Birth chart readings, online sessions, and courses can all be booked directly from the website. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching.